you the advantages of a committee, and I've also told you the disadvantages of a plenary. The reason why I believe, and this is the point that I was trying to prosecute earlier, that a committee is which would be able to give the people of Meru and the governor justice, is because as we sit here, as per Article 125, we are sitting with the powers that we have are quasi-judicial. We have the same powers as the High Court. So when you make a decision, it is imperative and important that we become future-centric, in the sense that whatever decision we make today, when we stand here to defend whichever way, either to send the governor home or to save the governor, it is something which will go on record, and your children and your future generation will be able to look back and say, that house. Because, Mr. Speaker, I consider this house the house of union, the house of reason. This is the only house, Mr. Speaker, where a senator from Lamu, who has got maybe 120,000 people, will sit, 90,000, will sit with the senator of Nairobi, who has got about 5 million people, and each one of them will have one vote. That is why I say it is a house of union. We are called upon, Mr. Speaker, to oversight our counties. And that is the reason why we are the court that will be able to trial. Because one thing I want to remind my colleagues is that we do not impeach a governor. The Senate does not impeach a governor. A governor is impeached at the county assembly. The only thing we do is to confirm the charges. We are sitting as judges. And that is why I'm pleading with you that for us to be able to understand this process very well, I'm pleading with you that we go the committee way, trust distinguished men and women who represent counties and who represent the Senate of the Republic of Kenya to go through the documentation, come back and tell us, colleagues, distinguished senators, this is what we have found. We do it very well. I'm one of those people who believe that sitting here, and you will see, you will go through the experience if you choose.
This particular process with the highest level of responsibility. I do not take my duties as a senator of Nairobi lightly, and especially not when it comes to the process of impeachment of a governor. Mr. Speaker, I consider myself more a debating machine than a voting machine. I don't want to allude anything on any other senator, but for me, the reason I'm in this house is first to debate before questions are put to the vote. And that those people or the colleagues who insist, Mr. Speaker, on straight up going to the vote are doing themselves a disservice, because there's a song that I like by one Emily Sunday. She says, if you can never sing your song, how are we supposed to learn it? I would want to hear my colleagues debating and convincing me why of the two options that are available to the House, Mr. Speaker, the plenary is the best. For me, I'm here to do one thing and one thing only. First of all, I want to thank this SBC, because this debate in the morning, we were asking ourselves whether we should recommend or whether we should make available both choices for the House. And in fact, in the wisdom of the chair, you rule that this is a choice for this House, that both of those choices must be put before the members, let the debate ensue, and people convince each other as to why one is better than the other. Mr. Speaker, I also have the benefit of having been a member in the last impeachment process of Governor Kawira. That committee was very ably led by my colleague from Kakamega, Senator Khalwale. Mr. Speaker, I have come to be convinced that in fact the committee way is the best way when it comes to impeachment of governor.